Good afternoon. Y'all know it's morning for me. I will let y'all know why in a little bit, but good afternoon. This is your girl, Miss Nicole Tyler. I'm just coming in with another impromptu live. My name is Miss Nicole Tyler, aka Sexy Clean, the ruler in the building. I want to say happy Saturday to everybody. And don't I look like happy? Don't I look like it's Saturday? Don't I look like I've been resting today? Yes, I do. But I wanted to come on to talk about VS's video of TSCC, and I think Brianna did a little bit of touching on this subject. Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm not going to be here long, you all. I just want to go ahead on and show y'all my face. I woke up this morning. I'm not made up. I don't have on no eyelashes, but I am here. I also have the phone. If you all want to call in to discuss this, we won't be long today. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I just want to touch on the topic of Fyebabe, her brother, Michael Simmons. I believe that's his name. I guess they did some more digging into Fyebabe's background, and they discovered that she does have a brother, a younger brother, an older brother of Fyebabe, but he's her younger sister, I believe, who is serving a life sentence in prison, okay, for murder by accountability. I'm guessing that, and she did read the whole piece, so I do implore everybody to go over there to listen to not Fyebabe, listen to VS's video, because I will be covering just a little bit, not a lot. Thank you. My daughter giving me my Christmas gift. I don't celebrate Christmas. She don't celebrate Christmas, but she did buy me something, these earbuds. Okay, girl, for Christmas. So Merry Christmas to me. He is serving a life sentence, Michael Simmons. I didn't even want to touch on the topic, but this topic, you all, is such a great topic for our sector. I do feel sorry for Fyebabe. She read an excerpt. I guess he did an article of some sort. It was in a paper or something, and he talked about her brother Michael Simmons. He talked about, and we're talking about Fyebabe's brother, Michael Simmons, who is serving a life sentence, okay? And they talked about their growing up in a real bad project in Chicago, Henry Hornets, I believe. They talked about the roaches and the mice fighting, territorially in the apartments. It gang violence, domestic violence, rundown projects. The maintenance was terrible. It was just horrible the way this man who is in prison described these projects. And then also what VS did in this piece, she also did some investigation and found an early clip. I don't know the year that this was done, that they had a tenant who lived in those projects, and she came out and talked about how bad it was there as well. The young man who wrote the piece, her brother, he also talked about how they could not afford their rent. Now, they were living in the projects, so they couldn't afford it. I don't know what if they were paying rent. I guess they were paying rent, because the young man did say that that when they could not pay their rent, they went to live with the grandmother, and he said that was quite often. So also, we do know by Fyebabe's own admission that she was a secret. Her mother was a side chick to a married man, and that is how Fyebabe was conceived. So Fyebabe's life, you all, seem to, it's really, really sad, for real. But what I see when I was listening to VS's story today, it did not make me happy that she was popped, and it didn't make me gloat. Oh, look at her. See, she's putting on all of this and scamming the people. What it brought to me was sadness. It's so sad that we have a product of that environment right here in our sector, you all, of how the CIA, the FBI, how they conspire to keep our people down, to keep our people low ridden, black mothers without their husbands, being on welfare, the men out there without no jobs. Some of them got hooked on drugs. Some of them sold drugs to the community. They locked them up with all these life sentences, you all. She is just a product of that, you all. At one point, I think her grandmother's name was Oli Mae or Ollie Mae, and how she was a prophetess in, self-appointed prophetess. So I'm guessing that's how Fyebabe became this prophetess. I guess she did grow up around scripture and church, but sometimes, you all, let me tell y'all, we know we all love God. We all have Jesus in our hearts. But when you come outside and you see dead bodies, when you see murderers, when you see domestic violence, when you come outside your apartment and all you smell is urine, it's really hard. I'm being real. It's really hard to believe there is a God when this is what you're seeing every day. When you see drug needles all over where you live, when you see addicts laid out, passed out with needles in their arms. So when you can't feed your children, and it's hard to keep that in your mind. So I do applaud a grandmother for, trying to bring some type of spirituality to that situation, because when you see this, and this is something you see in every day, it is really hard to really go on being optimistic and saying there's a better life out there for me. So when I listen to the VS, VS even said she felt sorry for Fyebabe, because we all know that there is something behind this behavior that she is displaying to us. Okay, we know there's something dark back there. We know that, I'm gonna say, in her spirit, she's fighting, and she's trying to come on camera, and she's trying to be beautiful. She's putting on her makeup. She's trying to get her boobs right, from us roasting and gagging her breasts. And we do see that this woman is trying, not to be roasting. This ain't no roast and gag video, for real, y'all. So we do see what this woman has been through in her life, and I'm not saying that she does deserve to be roast and gagged, because she has roast and gagged us. And we do see that at some point in her life, she tried to turn her life around by going to the military and things like that. And in my opinion, that still did not work out for her in her life. Thanks to, shout out to Olivia the Oracle, she did talk about generational curses. And I do see that for Fyebabe's life. Now, just because you have a generational curse on you does not mean that you have to stay there. Does not mean that you can't go on and still be a better you, think positively, raise your child right, that you cannot rise above adversity. You can still turn that curse around. Okay, now I do know there's a God, and I do believe in Jesus. So I do know that when you take one step, he will take 2, 4, 5, and 6. So I do believe that. And I do see, the baby father has passed away. Her brother's fathers, they passed away. Somebody was shot allegedly by a prostitute. So the brother said in that piece, if you go to VS's video, she will read it. She read the article numerous times. So I do see that where there is a generational curse. But I do believe that you can turn it around. I just believe that. So I was listening to it. It did touch my heart. It touched my spirit that this woman that we've been roasting and gagging, I want to say this because I wanted to say this previously, but my mind go, y'all know how I do. I just keep going and going and going. But I think that this is a failed opportunity on her part, because she could be bringing all of this educational tools, educational information to our sector, with her brother being locked up, life sentence, right? Now, if you listen to the piece on VS's channel, you would know that he's in some type of debate team. I don't want to say, I'm probably saying the wrong words, because they've come together, and I guess they have some white lawyers or white advocates working with these men who have all been sentenced to life in prison for murder, and they're trying to get out of prison. Okay, so they're trying to work with the law to try to turn it around so that these men who have who have been rehabilitated. They do have master's degrees, associates, bachelor's degrees. They have numerous certificates. Of course, y'all do, because y'all are in prison. Ain't nothing else for y'all to do but to go get an education. Okay. And it's free. It ain't like y'all are out here working. You have kids, you got husbands. Well, it's a lot of people don't have husbands and you're working. And it's really hard out here on the outside. So if you in the inside and you got all these things, it's nothing to be like, wow, because you ain't got nothing else to do. You ain't got to worry about bills. You ain't got to worry about supplying needs for children and all these kinds of things. So I just mainly I just wanted to come to you all to say that I did listen to it. I was gonna wait till tomorrow. It is such a nice day today. This was my day to stay in for real. But I said I'm gonna come on out. It's nice. Take my paperwork to the office. And it's gonna rain tomorrow. And I was gonna come to y'all all day tomorrow. And it's gonna be raining, so I may still do that. But yeah, it touched my heart. Anybody out there see the article and see VS's video that she did this morning? But a lot of us don't get the education. Stacy Robinson, hello, Coco Pastry. I've always said Nicole it's not gutter. You will roast people down, but you still, oh yeah, I'll roast you down now, but y'all don't know I'm a little advocate on the inside for real. I want reparations for our people, for all of what our people and the atrocities that our people have gone through in this life here in America. Yes, I do. So that debate committee has been shut down. Oh, it no longer is being done from what I've read. Okay, it's no longer being done. Oh my God. He ended up becoming a product of his environment. Yeah, and also in the piece, the young man, well, he's younger than I am. He's in his 40s, I believe now. He grew up watching his brother, Butter, who we were introduced to like a week or two ago, running the streets, gangbanging, being around the fast life, the fast cars, the fast money, drugs. And and unfortunately, you all, this is nothing new when you have siblings coming up under you in the hood. All of our siblings up under us look up to older siblings. We just do. Especially if it seems like we're having a good, the older sibling is having a good time. The younger sibling is the one that gotta sit down, listen, get the hand-me-downs. you know, and if the older siblings seem to be more popular, that's something that the younger sibling always strive to be like. Oh, the big sister or the big brother. And unfortunately, he did not have a good role model. His brother Butter was Daryl, I believe the name is. Was not a good influence on his little brother. Unfortunately, their father, the brothers, I believe their father was murdered by a prostitute. So Michael Simmons said in his article that he wrote that his father was murdered by a prostitute. Unfortunately, the man that they had in their life, y'all, he was not a good role model for his sons to see. Unfortunately, the mother, I don't know what was going on with the mother. In my mind, maybe she was trying to do the best she could for her kids. We didn't delve too much into that. I don't know her work experience or mental capabilities to raise four or five kids, and she ended up being a side chick to a married man. The man went on and had a great life, got kids and doing well, and Fyebabe found out. And I could see why I could feel, some of what she may be feeling when she found out. That look at my life. I'm poor. We're struggling. We can't pay our bills. I'm around this drug infested neighborhood. We can't, we're back and forth to my grandma's house to here, urine, needles. And my father is living a great life. Got a wife and a children, and they're living great. So I understand when she tried to reach out to them. No one would know what they would do in that situation. So, no one would know. I feel sorry for Fyebabe, and I think Fyebabe missed a lot of opportunities when I kept saying you should change your content. Change your content. Because if you're getting all these many people in your chat and now you're making all this money and super chats, China, I don't know, that's alleged. We saw some proof that most of her subscribers are from China. Whatever the case may be, she had so much time, you all, to show us that why we would believe that you're going through something with James Caldwell, and it really has affected and impacted you. She had ample time to show us her upbringing, to bring some light on those conditions of where she lived in the projects. She had enough time to talk about her brother being locked up, getting a life sentence. She had enough time to talk about Butter. When she even presented Butter, it was not in a favorable light. When they could have talked about, oh, I gangbanged, oh, I did this, I did that, but I changed my life around. It's up to us to bring what we want you all to know on our platforms, whether we get 100 views or 15,000, 100,000 views. At least you can go back and look at your platform and say, I tried. I do have good content on my platform. I did try to educate somebody, because guess what? You don't know who's watching your videos. You really don't. And that's why sometimes I do come out of that character and show y'all a little bit more of me, because on those days that somebody may be ready to end it all, they might tune into a Nicole Tyler video. They might say, oh, that little woman saved my life. She made me see that there's more to me, that I'm more than just ending it all. So I think that is a failed, missed opportunity from Fyebabe. And it's a shame that she's getting popped. I didn't want to say that, but she's basically letting VS and other people delve into her life history and find out things to make her talk. Shouldn't nobody have to make you talk about these things? These are things that our people would love to hear about. And looking at, and if she is a success, then that would draw me to you. That would make me want to come to vacation. Not because I'm going to get drunk. I might get some good weed. I'm going to be dancing to the night away. I'm going to, other things should make draw a person to you other than that. Okay? Because that is also temporary. Getting high and drunk and all this stuff is temporary, because guess what? It's bad on your damn body. Your body wasn't built to be taking in a lot of drugs and weed and all that stuff. It just wasn't. Something's going to happen to where your liver, your lungs, your teeth right out your mouth, that can affect your heart. You can have a heart attack, all kinds of things. So that lets me know that God did not build our lives for no damn drugs and weed and partying. Okay, now she could now, hopefully she's gonna talk about this, but still I have to side eye her, because why do you have to wait for a VS or somebody to bring somebody from your past to talk to us about something that you should have brought us Eric Kane. You should have brought that man to us and said, look what happened to this man, because what happened to him is a damn shame. And you got people out there who want to fight for him. And people like him, but yet you want to use the man. See, she is cuckoo. I don't want to get on her because, I feel sorry for her, but God, Lord, all of these missed opportunities to show us why you should be the queen. You miss opportunities. Like, I'm annoyed. Like, you got all of this stuff going on that's powerful with you, and you ain't powerful. But you pretending to be powerful. So that let me know you're weak, Fyebabe. And you are damaged. And you are coming up here pretending. When you got all of that in your past that make you strong to help others. I'm just annoyed. Excuse me, I don't want to get upset because hey Renee, and happy holidays. So you all, I'm just annoyed when I think about this missed opportunities. Missed opportunity. Well, thank you, Fabian Ford. Thank you. I only got no tissue just in case I cry. If she don't use drugs, tell her to prove it. And sure, but see, if you all follow Miss Nicole Tyler, I put a drug in home test on my channel, on my community feed, and told her to prove it to us that she does not do drugs. You all remember that? Probably don't. I told her to you could buy an in-home drug test and you could take it online. That's something that we would like to see. I've never taken a test like that before. A lot of people haven't. That is some education. But she misses so many opportunities up here popping. Oh, you're popped. Like, girl, you have been popped over and over again. And it's unfortunately that you have let life pop you when you could do better in your life. You could take all of that around you and turn it into gold. You had some, do you know, I wish I had somebody give me $50,000 in cash at one time. Like, what? This don't happen to everyday normal people. And it's just missed opportunity. And it's a shame that, unfortunately, with this background that she presented to us is so fake, that she's telling us that I was this financial advisor and I serve my country and this and that. And yet we bring VS and them bring Eric Kane on here, and it shows nothing of the sort. Because there ain't no way in the world me, Miss Nicole Tyler, will have some millionaire around me and let that money go out the damn window. Where is the like, I can't even fathom. I can't even think of the words. That you got this millionaire with you and you can't even encourage him to help him to invest his money properly. You got the money and you ran. The man was trying. I can see the man was trying. The man had businesses. He bought homes. But where were you? You took the 50 and left. That's why you have nothing. She really need to reevaluate her life. You know, she need to evaluate her life. It's just no cause. Like, I see why, allegedly, because I didn't even see her mom in a video, because I don't even know what timestamp it is, and I didn't want to go back and read, skip through the video to find her mom's actual expression of her face of her child. Lord. Yeah, but her whole life is a popation. Okay? Her whole life is a popation. And it's sad that all those people around her are not encouraging her. They want to keep on, you're beautiful, you're a queen. That ain't what she need. What she need is what I'm telling her. What she, even VS telling her. Her enemies, the people who are perceived as her enemies, this is what you need. Sometimes you don't need no yes people around you. That could really stunt you. It could really it could just keep you in the same place, jogging in place. You need people around you who can see you ain't going no damn well. Look, you need tough love, like I've been saying. You need people who don't like you, that look at you, can read you and tell you this and this and that and that. Sometimes you need those people. You can't have all these people in her ear going to 100 people now. And what is that, $20,000? That's a blessing. To tell this woman that she's gorgeous, she don't need that. Because guess what? She should already know that. If she don't know that by now, I don't know. Y'all are giving her the wrong advice over there. Because it don't make no damn sense to all these. I'm just fed up. I mean, what I could do with all that information and people around me, especially the people in my family, who could come on here and teach and educate, because that's what our people need at a time like this. We've had enough partying, for real. We've had enough drugs. We've had enough alcohol and weed, and I'm going to party. We've had enough. Look at our people. We down. I done told y'all I'm a working poor. I'm a nurse. Look, how we gonna get anything? We don't come together. Anyway, we can take one or two phone calls if anybody want to call in, and I'm gonna leave. I wasn't gonna stay long, you all. I just wanted to come to you all. I made it to see my daughter. I'm gonna go visit her for a minute and go to the unless I have to come back. Because I think this is a good topic to have in our sector. VS also brought about how we have to be the man and the women in our household. And that's why women are becoming lesbians. They're not really lesbians, but they know that they were not put here to be alone. If you read the Bible say man was not put here to be alone. But guess who else read that Bible? The dang FBI, the CIA, the bankers, the white supremacists. So they turned it around and said the women should not be alone. So they took the man out. They took the man. Got us being the man and putting us with other women. Sometimes you have to think about your oppressors. You have to think about your enemies and how and the games they play with us. Not with the other nationalities, but with us African American people. And what they do and how they mess our minds up and play games with us. And how sometimes we do grow up in rat-infested, drug-infested neighborhoods. And guess what? Most everybody got a damn cell phone. Most everybody can get on YouTube. So you want to be the other person that they're looking at so that they can find their way sometimes. So, thank you all. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you, Battle Cat and Manny and any other, I haven't seen any other mod in here. Thank you all so much for being here with me. Please subscribe to my channel, y'all. Up those likes. Up those likes for Miss Nicole Tyler. Hit autoplay so you all can get a lot of other videos by me. And I pray and hope that they bless your heart, okay? Yes, call in, Miss Mazzario. Please call in because I would like to hear at least one or two voices before I go. When I woke up, because guess what, y'all? I went to bed at 5 this morning. I was up all night doing nothing, just watching television. On the nights that I'm off, you all, I can stay up all night long. Y'all already know that because I watch a lot of Netflix, right? Y'all know I love to binge watch. I told y'all I can stay up 24 hours straight, just watching TV straight. I know. Psh. So I was up all night to 5. And so then I went to sleep, woke up. The first video I went on was Brianna's. And I said, well, what the world are they talking about? I heard Simmons. Of course, I know that's Fyebabe's last name. I said, Simmons? What is going on? So I was listening to the piece and talking about the brother, incarcerated, life sentence. And I really didn't want to cover it. I didn't even really want to come on camera to talk about it. Because I said, we might be perceived as being, haters, jealous, people who are obsessed with Fyebabe. But then I kept on listening, and then I went over there to VS, and then I watched just about the whole video. And I thought that, Nicole, you have to talk about this. Because this does not just affect and has affected Fyebabe's life and her family's life. This has affected a lot of people's lives. Look at Rita in our sector. So we got two just in our little sector alone. Imagine what we got out there in the world, African American people. Now, I'm not talking about the other nationalities. I'm talking about our people. Okay? So it lets me know that, no, Nicole, because I was like, I'm going to come tomorrow when I'm pretty. And no, just go now. Just talk about it now. All right, y'all, put the number in 804-528-7766. We'll take a couple of calls if anybody want to call in and chime in. Yes, y'all. Yes, 804 858-228-7766. Thank you, Battle Cat. Yes, yes. Hi, Kwani. Kwani was on fire, but I won't put that in this video. Because I wanted to talk about Kwani too, but not in this video. That is a whole... Kwani honey needs her own video. Okay. Kwani do not need to be intertwined with nothing like this, okay? So Kwani needs her own separate thing, honey. Well, thank you all. You can see I'm very bothered by it. I don't want to cry because, this stuff like this really hurts me. Somebody said no sympathy for a liar, a scammer, a fraud who claims everyone is jealous of them. Guess what? Everybody is a person. God created us all. Hello, this is Miss Nicole Tyler. How are you? And do you have any comments on the topic today? Fyebabe's brother Michael Simmons was exposed by VS this morning.
Hi, Miss Nicole. This is Kimberly Black.
Hey, Kimberly
and
Black.
Yes, how are you this afternoon?
I'm great.
Good. And I feel your compassion, about being disturbed about,
I should have bought some tissue.
About Fyebabe not being, telling her story. And it touched my heart for not just her story, but, I've been watching YouTube for over a year now. I'm new to the sector, so I don't know everybody's backstory from 2 years back and all of that. But I see a lot of our women are hurt, and I don't speak negatively about any of the women, whether they're, I call everybody a queen, even if they don't know that they're a queen. And it is very disturbing to see. It is very disturbing to see how our people, our women in particularly, are just not living up to their potential. It really bothers me to hear other women talk negatively about other women, whether they're doing a bad thing or doing a good thing. I just, that's not lifting nobody up. And it's just, anyway, I was even in Kwani's chat last night. And I said, I want to give her a prayer because, I see she's being attacked, so-called by somebody that's supposedly racist. And that's disturbing. I see Rita. I'm in Rita's chat. I'm in everybody's chat. And I put a heart. I'm sure everybody done seen it. I put a heart in there because my heart feels, I'm a nurse as well. And I lived in Chicago. I grew up in Chicago. I don't live there anymore. However, you don't have to be a victim of your environment.
That's right.
Because I live very well now, so, but I mean, it's also upbringing too. I had a good family. I had a good support system, even though I lived in the city.
Yeah.
So it's very disturbing. It's disturbing on so many levels. And then it's like our community is just, a lack of education and a lack of upbringing can be a big downfall for a lot. Not for everybody, but for a lot.
Yeah. Oh wow, it's really it's a lot really when you really think about it, and I'm so glad that VS did bring it to YouTube, because it will bring you will really get to see the real content creator for real. If anybody touches this story and they roast and gag on this story, thumbs down to you, because this is going on and has been going on for all these years in our communities, and a lot of it was not our fault. A lot of it was done to our people, and anybody come out and roasting and gagging about it, shame on you.
Yeah, we don't own no poppy fields and we don't own no plants.
And we don't own no guns.
So we didn't bring drugs into our community. However, that's still not an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
Kill our people.
It's not an excuse
to kill our people.
It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. And that's one of the things I don't want to put that out there, but at the same time, I still have to think about, just like these people in Europe and Russia And in here in America too, they do experiments. Okay, they do experiments on rats
Yeah.
and things like that. So they already knew that before they put this plan together for our people to turn on each other, not like one another, the women
Absolutely.
hating. They already put this stuff together. They do all these experiments and say, see, that rat gonna turn on that rat and they're gonna be jealous. They already know what they're doing before they do it to our people. They study the mind of people and of our people and of these animals and all this weird stuff they do. So they already know what they're
Yeah.
doing when they put this in our communities and things like that. But guess what? We don't know because we're the ones being tested and experimented on. We're the ones who are trying to live a good life, trying to raise our kids, trying to be married, trying to be in relationships, trying to raise good children educational wise. And we have all these roadblocks in the way that were not done by us. Okay, ma'am, let me answer the
Yeah.
next call. Okay, beautiful. And thank you for calling today. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, you too.
Thank you, baby. Hello, this is
Happy Saturday.
hello, this
Thank
is
you,
Miss
ma'am.
Nicole. Happy Saturday
Hello.
to you. And turn your device down.
I turned it down. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
I
Yes.
turned it down. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you.
Okay, you have a lag there. I'm watching you as I'm talking to you. I didn't mean to cut you off like that. I thought it was a phone that would put me in a whole pattern, but it didn't.
No, you're
So I
fine.
do
You can
apologize for interrupting the conversation that was going on.
No, you're fine. This is how we get down on my platform. We just rock with it.
Oh, well, I usually watch from the bushes,
Yes, ma'am.
the clouds. I usually watch from the clouds. First of all, I wanted to say the beautiful birthday song you did.
Oh, thank
That
you
was a
so
beautiful
much.
birthday song.
Yeah, I'm a songwriter. Used to be. I haven't written any songs since the KMA Brianna song, and that was off the top of the dome.
Yeah, and your piano song was really beautiful.
Well, thank you. What is your comment on the topic?
But you know what? I've been watching you guys from the clouds for a while. And this sector over here, compared to the sector that I come from, you guys are like playing patty cake over here.
Yeah, yeah, we are. But you know
my
what?
babe
Go
is
ahead.
my babe is mild compared to some of the sectors that I've seen and that
Yeah.
I've been in. She is very, very mild, but Fyebabe is doing what. See, I think y'all have a lot of compassion for her. I don't think that's what she wants. Fyebabe is here to make some money. Period. She's
Okay.
probably a very nice person,
Yeah, we don't
but
doubt
she ain't
that.
got
That
time to care about y'all the way y'all want to care about her.
we're not talking about directly Fire Babe. We're talking about the circumstances that surrounds her, where she can bring to her platform to change someone else's life. Do you think?
Yeah, but you know what? That's part of it though, because see, I have that life. I have a brother who is doing life in prison for murder.
Okay.
I have another brother that's been in and out of prison all of his life. I have the same life. I didn't come out like, it's who you want to make yourself. That's why I say she's doing what she wants to do. This has nothing to do with her environment.
Okay.
This is what she wants to do.
All
She don't
right.
have time to she don't have time to care for you guys the way that you guys want to care for her because she's in this to make some money, period. That's just
Okay.
bottom line.
All right.
That's
Okay.
all I had to say. And thank you for listening, Miss Nicole.
Thank you and happy Saturday. And
Okay, bye.
happy New Year. Happy New You. So I think that in my when what I interpreted from that, I hope let me take this call. And what I'm interpreting from that caller is just she just does not want to deal with what her environment made her to be. Am I assessing this correctly because of all of the things that she's gone through? It was so disheartening and horrible and unfathomable that she's just neglect. She just want to pretend that it didn't happen, And but we can see that it clearly it's a part of you. I wish I could say it the way I see it. Yes, ma'am. Happy Saturday. This is Nicole. What is your comment?
Hi, Miss Nicole. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. What is your comment? Y'all know how my thoughts run in my head, so please forgive me.
Hello.
Yes. What is your comment, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Of course, I'll be looking in the bushes from the bushes, but I think that when it comes to Fyebabe, I think she has a narcissistic personality. I think that because if you think about it, she lives like in a fantasy world that, supports her own delusions.
Yeah,
She needs
I
constant
agree.
praise and admiration. She has a sense of entitlement.
Yeah, y'all up those likes.
She'll exploit others without any guilt or shame. You understand? And she
Yes.
demeans and intimidates and bullies and belittles other people, which is clear signs of narcissism, which is reminds me of the president. No matter what anybody says, whether they're with him or against him,
Yeah, he just go
he
forward.
does what he wants to do.
That's true. That's very true,
Right?
ma'am.
So,
Yes.
so with Fyebabe, I don't think whether she has yes mans or no mans around her, she will do whatever she wants. And it doesn't matter at all. And the second thing I want to say is I watched Brianna and I want to correct her. She said that if a child is born on with the mother's last name, that the mother is a whore.
Oh wow.
Okay? Which is absolutely incorrect. So if you have 5 different baby fathers and they all have the father's last name, so that doesn't make the woman a whore?
Yeah, that. Yeah.
That doesn't even make any sense to me.
No,
You
I don't
understand?
know. I don't know where she got that from. That doesn't make no sense at all.
So at the end of the day, Fyebabe, I think that she needs therapy. I think there's something within her family that she needs to address. And YouTube is not for it. And so
Up
either
those
she's
likes.
narcissistic
Go ahead,
or she
ma'am.
has borderline personality disorder. Something is
Yeah.
wrong with her.
Yeah, it
Something
is.
is, yes. And that's all I want to say. And you're a beautiful woman. I love your spirit. And you keep doing what you do. Libra Nation all day. I'm a
All
Libra
right. Thank
October
you.
1st.
Okay. We can go on and on about the number one.
And
What?
you have a blessed day and much blessings to the chat as well.
Thank you so much. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. Happy New Year.
Thanks, you as well.
Hello. Hello. This is Miss Nicole. Happy Saturday. Happy New Year. What is your comment on Fyebabe's brother being exposed by VS having a life sentence for murder?
Hi, Miss Nicole. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. Thank
First,
you.
great. First things first. The fact that you shed tears, I did too.
I'm
My
sorry.
heart is heavy. My heart is heavy behind this situation, but I'm gonna tell you when I watched VS's her video. First, it made me sick to my stomach because to see how she put it out, when she put it out there, her reaction to it, how she put it out there. I always look at her like a cult leader. Seriously, she has that mentality.
Yeah.
But it was how she presented that it broke my heart. I literally cried. It just was so sad. And I think that Fyebabe reaches. I don't know if how she does things is because of all the hurt and pain and everything that's going on in her life, and she gives these things out the way that she does. But like I said, it just was like how VS put that out there. It was like I was watching that, and I just was like, how disheartening, disheartening. From the project situation to then that, and she did it like it gave her so much happiness, and I don't know.
That is very true. We know VS was happy to have this information, and she was happy to put it out. To one up her opponent or her enemy, but it's up to people like me, who does care and who does empathize and sympathize, with our people as a whole and what we've gone through. And it's up to me not to say, look at you to say you're popped again and things like that. No, because this right here is very sensitive because it affects so many people.
Yeah.
And so many families go through this, from the drugs, so from being on welfare, to the our black boys and our black men being imprisoned um for crimes they did not commit. We have Eric Kane. It's so many ways we can take this one topic and so many legs, and to break down literally what has happened to our people. So you can't look at it like you're a popped Fyebabe. Let her do what she want to do on her platform, but I won't take it as a roasting gag on my platform.
Right.
Because
it was beyond
it's sad. It's a very sad case for our people.
Yes.
And if we sit up there and laugh at that, then what did the white supremacists say? Look at them laughing at their own demise. So so we have to talk about this.
When she put the picture up of Tricia's mom, in the casket, that was the first, I'm like, okay, she's done a lot of evil things, but that was the cake for me. But this one, no, I give her no, I have no respect for her, period.
Yeah.
Like I said, this one beyond roasting gag. This one beyond that. I feel like they should take her channel. I don't know what needs to happen for her to realize that she goes beyond roasting gag,
Yeah, she does.
And this was just disheartening. Very distasteful.
But and it's one of the sad things about it is you're just doing this for YouTube. It's not like you got a Coca-Cola deal or a Pepsi deal, or, like Wendy Williams, she's getting paid. And we're not going to say what Wendy Williams is doing is great either, but I'm saying at least Wendy Williams can say, well, I can go back and apologize, but I'm taking care of my family. I can take the funds and proceeds that I've made, and I can go ahead on and donate it to, people who are living in the projects or I can do a lot with that money. But in VS's case, you're just on YouTube. You're barely making it, just like me.
Right. Then you have your cash app floating across the screen for something that something so distasteful. Like, how could you be so?
Yeah, but that's why you got me and maybe some other people, maybe maybe on Olivia the Oracle or someone else who would take this situation and do differently with it. Sometimes it's not like, just like when you have a pastor. Now we know the pastor doing all kind of crazy stuff, right? Against what the Bible says and against the teaching that he is projecting and teaching us. But it's what if you don't get too deep into look at him and look at what he said could be a nugget, and you take that nugget and you turn it into 100 nuggets and you give to your people, you donate it to your people, you educate your people, you help your people, you rehabilitate your people. So I'm not gonna, VS, we know she's lost cause. We can do a million videos on her, but we will on my channel today take that information that she did put in our laps, and we will take that to educate, to help someone else out there that might need to see it.
Yes, because it definitely is needed. It definitely, and Nicole, I feel like. I really feel like I have said this before when I called in, that you have surpassed the sector. I just don't feel like
you did say that.
You're roasting that.
Yeah.
You do that good, but you just have such a good heart, and you care, and I just feel like I don't see this for you.
Yeah, but
to be in this sector though, because you just have such a spirit, like.
But you know what? YouTube put me in this daggone sector. and I mean, just to be honest, this is, people don't know this about YouTube, you all. Like I was telling someone, I talked to a couple of people, I think I told people this story about when I first came here on this sector. I did a couple of videos and, I got a little 80,000, 90,000 views. And then I did the video for Tasha K and I got 147,000 views. And I had so many people coming to my channel saying, who is this lady? Who are you? Why are you in my notifications? And then, they talked about my teeth and things like that. But the moral is that YouTube can make your channel or break your channel. YouTube is the one who sent that video out to everybody. So
Because even when you roast
you
and gag, it's like a
YouTube does
classy roast and gag.
YouTube does a lot of keeping our people down as well, y'all. A lot of people thinking, okay, you got 5,000. YouTube is the one who can send your make or break your channel, for real. Yeah, I mean, you can
Because
have
some of it
you
is
can have
entertaining.
30,000 subscribers, but guess what? If YouTube send your video out to maybe 500,000 people, then you might get that 100,000 to 200,000 views, like they did my video. My video went out to, and I only think I had maybe 2,000, 3,000 subscribers, and they sent that video to everybody. And I guess maybe I look like an ASS to those YouTube execs. So they said, look at this lady, she looked like a clown, and they might have was trying to clown me on the low, because that's how they do our people. And they sent that video out. But then, one more thing. But then when you do videos like this, if you do videos inspiring people, those are videos that don't get no play. The YouTube is not sending them out. So that's why I don't get caught up in the numbers game, you all, because I know YouTube can send your video out if they want to. And they just don't want to.
Just like and another thing real quick that touches me is that, like with the one with Arita, with her, I sit and I wonder all the time, all these hours and hours and hours of videos that she does. I never see pots on the stove. I never see cooking. I never, when do you spend time with your family, with your children? That gets in my head all the time too. Like, I understand you're doing what you're doing for entertainment or whatever, but it's like all these hours, and you're always in your kitchen. But I never see you're showing us, you got all this food. But when do you show? You're spending time with your children. You're cooking. You're using stove to light cigarettes, and I never see a pot.
I saw that long time ago, early part of this year. And she showed food in her refrigerator, and it was packed. I'm like, well, you need to be cooking. What you doing with all this food is frozen? Somebody need to cook the food. Because my refrigerator don't have all no food. Cause I cook on my son mainly do the cooking. But she's not.
You see how like on Saturdays, you go do the barbershop thing with your sons and all that. It's like, when do you take the time? When do you show us that part of your life?
Right.
I just don't understand it. I really don't.
But
I just feel like you just have a beautiful spirit, Miss Nicole, and I wish nothing but the best for you in the new year and the years to come. And I'll continue watching you.
Well, thank you so much.
Hopefully we can uplift each other and stop with this cultish stuff that like VS got going on. I'm done with her. I'm done.
Yeah. Well,
and I watch her from the bushes. I would never subscribe to her channel.
Yeah.
But what I saw today was very disheartening.
Yeah.
But you go ahead and enjoy your day. Thank you for allowing me to share and talk to you today.
Thank you so much. Happy Saturday and Happy New Year.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you, bro.
I cut off too fast. Thank that beautiful caller. We've had great callers in it. People, you all can call back. The lines up. There you go. Okay, it's coming. All right. Happy Saturday and Happy New Year. This is Miss Nicole Tyler. What is your comment on the topic today?
Hi, Miss Nicole. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone in the chat.
Now, who is this? Happy New Year.
Miss Pizarro.
Hi, Miss Pizarro. Miss Pizarro, I want to say to you, because a lot of times when I am live, I'm just keeping the momentum up going on with the show. And I want to apologize because I was calling you Miss Pizarro, but it's Miss Pizarro. So I apologize.
Yeah, it's Miss Pizarro. Miss Pizarro. You got me saying it.
What is your comment today?
I don't feel sorry for Fi. I'm tired of this kumbaya bullshit that everybody, excuse me, Miss Nicole, but I'm tired of everybody trying to get her this,
treatment of, oh, I'm feel sorry for her. She doesn't, yes, she does deserve it. I don't feel sorry for her. She came for me. She came for my man, even though she got a man, but she got a nerve to come for mine. Me and mine is married, and all my kids is his. You need to
Okay.
find out who Princess Daddy is before you come and try to drag me on your channel. Can you say my ex-husband? Can you say my husband fine? Can you say that? I
Oh
just
God.
want you to say that. Can you say that for me one time, girl? Huh, girl? And she done did a lot of fucked up things on these
Oh, my
YouTube
my
streets.
daughter's saying
I'm
something to
tired of
me.
everybody sitting here saying this segment
Okay.
is be doing a whole lot of stuff. Yes, this what we do in this sector. I like to be, messy. When I don't want to be messy, I go over to the conspiracy side. Well, the conspiracy side messy too. So I mean, everywhere you go, it's messy. I go over to the brain side. They got drama going on with Nick Avocado and the girl Stephanie Wu. They got beef going on over there. You know what I'm saying? When I go over to the beauty side, there's drama going on. When I go to the gamer side, when I go to the science side, it's drama all over this YouTube street. What some of us fail to realize, these people realize if they ain't got drama going on, they see people ain't checking for their channels. And this is why a lot of these big YouTubers are doing drama like they do. Don't sit here and think that it's just us in the lower part of these YouTube streets just doing the drama just because we miserable or we dysfunctional, we ain't got no life. This world is built on fucking drama. So it's gonna be drama. You have millionaires and billionaires and famous people whose lives is nothing but drama because the tabloids and these same old people that's on YouTube who has a whole lot of subs who like the drama. They see that if they ain't bringing no juicy shit to their damn channels, nobody is not gonna be there. If you talking about anything else besides drama, nobody is not gonna go on your channel. Let's keep it real. We all like the man. Ain't nothing wrong with liking the man. If
What?
you need help, get off YouTube or see a therapist. I see a therapist because I need help with trying to control when I go to sleep. I be shaking, and I know people say don't tell your business on here, but I don't give a fuck. Let me talk about it because it ain't my fault. I died when I was 5 years old. I flew off a ride and bust my head wide open. So at nighttime, when I go to sleep, I still have that nightmare because I'm still trying to figure out what happened when I flew off the ride. So at night, I shake and stuff, and it makes me, have nightmares. So I go and I talk to a therapist for that to help me to understand, why I'm going through these things and why does it do this to me at night. I don't even know that it's happening to me, but my husband does when he sleeps next to me, and it freaked him out. And I was like, that's just something that I've been dealing with since I was a little girl. I don't
Mm.
know, it's just ever since that day that happened to me when I flew off that ride. I've been having these type of nightmares and I'll be shaking in my sleep. So I don't know. I guess I'll be trying to figure out what's on the other side that I'm trying to get to or what happened because I can't remember after I flew and bust my head wide open what happened after that. So I talked to a therapist who helps me try to understand it. But to be honest, they can't really tell me anything. I go there and talk with them because I know that it makes me feel good to talk to someone to they have an understanding when you have and the therapist that I talked to, she also had a near death experience. So she actually can understand what I'm saying. But sometimes when you do go to a therapist and you dealt with that, you don't always get that therapist that had a near death experience because a lot of times they like to just brush it off. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Wow. This is something. This is a whole nother topic. That is very serious, and I'm very sorry that has happened to you. I want to talk more about that because I want you to call in another time because that is a good topic to discuss because I want to talk about some things that may can help you that I've probably dealt with, not similar as that, but on the same lines when you go to sleep and things like that, and things occur and come into your mind that affect your sleep and affects your mind and scares you and things like that and give you some type of anxiety. But
Yeah, that's just
but
what
I
I'm
want
saying. But
but
people were saying that they needed some people need to stop coming to YouTube for therapy. That's true. They do need to stop going to YouTube for therapy and go talk to a therapist. There's
But
nothing
no,
wrong with
but
us
no, but
as
no.
black folks
I
seeking
don't
for
I don't agree
therapy.
with that. I don't agree with that because you can find therapy in anything. And if people do find therapy far as YouTube, then I say go with that. But I don't think that they should involve their life into YouTube. Like we have some people like what is the lady? Miss what is that? Skillet lady. I think that lady gets too
Hey,
involved in,
Skillet.
yeah, I think Rose Marie Gillis, I think she involves herself too much into YouTube to where she might need to just have her own channel. You know, I think that you can find therapy in anything. So I do want to talk to you more about this, but not on this topic. Not on with the
Yeah,
Fyebabe
I just was
situation.
putting that in there because I see that a lot of people does say that, Miss Nicole, that it can be, but it's not as easy as you going and
No, it's
talking
not
to a
easy.
therapist because a lot of people on here we all judge each other, and that's what we do. But I don't think that everybody should just feel sorry for her because she's going through some stuff or she had a traumatic life. We all had a traumatic
Well,
life, is what I'm saying.
I
We
don't think,
all have to cope with things that we dealt with.
but I
That does not
don't.
give her the right to do the evil, nasty, disgusting piece of shit ass shit she do on these YouTube
We,
streets.
but
The way that
we
she
know
sat there and
that,
said that it was Tracy karma for that girl putting her damn mother's pictures up.
but I don't
That's not
believe
no
that.
karma for anyone. That's no karma for anyone. How dare you sit there and say some bullshit like that out your mouth? That if somebody was the doctor find out where your dead son is and get a picture of him, you will be flipping all over these YouTube streets if somebody would have got a picture of your dead son obituary and post him up on these YouTube streets. So for you
well,
as a woman to
it's
sit there and
Miss
say some mess like
Pizarro.
that, you need to be slapped.
Miss Pizarro, well, we're not negating the fact that she has done horrible things. VS and Fyebabe, we know that they have done horrible things, and we come on here and talk about that all the damn time. But what we're talking about is what made her be this. What made her be this way? Why is she like this? And what VS has done is brought out some things in her life that has contributed to her actions today. Okay, Miss Pizarro, let me let you go, and I'm gonna take a new call. Okay, baby.
All right.
All right, thank you. All right, this is Miss Nicole. Happy Saturday, Happy New Year.
Hey, Miss Nicole. I just
Hello.
wanted to. How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
All right, this your boo. You're
That's
so
my boo.
sweet. You're so sweet. But I just want to speak on style for a minute. So many people think that she's that way because of the things that she's been through, and one thing I did study in school was that you have people who have been victims before, and they choose to either victimize others or they choose to be a person who heals others. So you get a choice in the matter.
Yeah,
And
okay.
so,
Oh.
she did what was in her. And Fire is a predator. She
Mm.
went out and she pretended to be a church person. So I know, like a lot of people, I feel so sorry for her. She grew up in the slums. There are so many people who grew up in the slums. There are plenty of people who fought roaches. And just because that's not my ministry doesn't mean that I don't know that there are people who, despite all of that, did not turn out to be nasty people. I really am trying hard, but I can't really find any sympathy for Fi. I can't find any of it because I've watched her now for over 2 years pretend to be a victim while victimizing others. So I just don't have it in me. I have to pray and maybe God will give it to me. But I don't know. One thing about God is when he shows you something, you should believe it. He showed me what I was, and I've always believed the lady to be a demon. Every time I
No, I
call,
believe
I
so
say
too.
she and I say Jay Wilson are demons. What are demons? Demons are simply fallen angels. So they were at one time up there with God and still stabbed God in the back. So I don't trust her at all. So many people out there, when you're new and you're down in the comments, sit up in the bushes. When I first got on here some years ago, I didn't just jump in the comments. I started watching. I didn't believe what people said. I went back and watched videos. Now I know she's hid a lot of videos, but y'all go back and just watch some stuff for yourself and stop trying to jump to these people's defense because y'all are defending people who
And
really should not
enabling.
be defended.
Yeah.
Yes, and they're enabling people. a lot of these people who you see in the comments, like I just saw Rick Reed and Hurricane and Trina, they were saying we don't have any sympathy. I don't blame them for not having any sympathy for her. You all haven't been here to see what they have seen and what I have seen.
Yeah.
I've seen what they saw. So I understand. It's one thing to be sitting up in real time watching somebody do things or manipulate things and erase videos and sitting up here lying. So, but if y'all, if you want to keep following her and believe all this foolishness, that's you. Some of y'all are easily led. Now, I did want to laugh because James pointed out last night about the people in her chat. And I've been saying for the longest that the people in her chat are simply just some crackheads. If you look in her chat, those are the same people who came from Rita Nation.
Oh
And one
my.
thing, and Brianna said it today too. She said, look, crackheads take up for other crackheads.
That's
That
true.
crackheads will fight and defend each other to the
Well,
end.
that's what I
So,
said. Now, boo, I said the same thing for the scammers because I said scammers take up for other scammers.
yes,
You know.
yes. All of them over there are scammers. They are, in the words of Deanna, bottom of the barrel bitches. That's what they are. They are bottom of the barrel. So when I see people over there, you guys don't even argue with them. Just recognize them for who they are. Because
But it's
if you
it's
had
really
any type of
unfortunate.
plan,
It's really
it is, but
it's very
some
unfortunate.
people like the ghetto. Some people like the ghetto.
Yeah.
I've seen people who were raised right and still want to be over in the ghetto and in the foolishness, and they
My
still want to take
ex-husband.
drugs.
My ex-husband. But
Yes,
that's a whole nother.
I've seen it. I've
Me
seen it. I've
too.
seen people who, grew up in nice houses and still want to be out with the trash. So y'all got to recognize those people over there are over there because they want to be over there. They're over there living like that because they want to be living like that. They're taking up for her because they are the same type of mother that she is. I had to let Carolina B know the other day, hey, you just like them. You say you have 50, 11 kids, but you always in the check. You always online. You moderating for free for 10 hours straight. Where is your kids? Where is the
Right.
kids at? Okay. So, they understand each other because they're like each other. Five. When you were toting around the Bible, you should have been reading it. But I'm going to tell you what the Bible says. It
Birds of
says
a
two
feather
can't
flock
walk
together.
together unless they agree. Yes.
That's right.
Birds of a feather will flock together.
They
Light is
agree.
going to have no part of darkness. So everybody who over there in Crackhead Nation, like I'm not a bunch of crackheads. I see why y'all get along with each other. Y'all gonna keep fighting for each other. I don't even worry about people. I don't want to affiliate with no crackheads.
No.
Okay? I don't want nothing to do with crackheads. I'm too bougie to be hanging around
Okay.
crackheads. So that's it, Miss Nicole.
Thank
But
you.
keep being the sweet person who you are. You're never going to change, and that's what I love about you. You've been the same from day one. You're
Thank you. I
classy.
told
You're
y'all.
sweet. And you also let them know, but they can get it at any time
They
that
can
you ain't
get it.
never scared,
I ain't
okay?
never
All
scared.
right.
All right, baby.
You ain't
Thank
never
you.
scared. Bye-boo.
They'll call back. They'll call back. Now, y'all know that was my boo. My boo. She walks a straight line. She don't change. You know me. I lead sometimes with my emotions because I think about us as a whole. Okay? I think about all of our people. That's just me. Hello, this is Nicole. Happy Saturday. Happy New Year.
Happy Saturday, Miss Nicole. I love your show. Happy Saturday to the chat and to the mods. Whoever the caller was before was right on point. I have no
That's
sympathy
my
for
boo.
Fyebabe. I have no sympathy. And the reason why is because she has came for everyone on YouTube. I mistakenly ran across this sector about maybe, let me say about 7 months ago. And yeah, I did get addicted to some of the mess, but some of the things that she has done, but mainly said about people, the disgusting things. And if you want to talk about, I don't follow VS. Yeah, VS has a cult, but so does Fyebabe.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for her daughter.
Yeah.
Her daughter. The daughter that you do not want people to discuss, but she discusses everyone else's children.
Right.
You cannot come on here, put everyone else's business out here, and not expect anyone to come for you. People were waiting for something like this. Okay?
her attitude, her disposition. Oh, I'm so much better. Girl, you're so much better, but look at where you grew up. Look at how you
Right.
grew up.
Ooh. Did you see
Look
the
at how you
did
grew
did
up.
you see the piece that VS did this morning?
When I looked at that piece
That
that did,
Henry Hornets projects. Oh,
yes, I did. Yes,
it
I
was
did. And
horrible.
that is
Oh my
when
God.
it was horrible. But she did not expect anyone to come for her like this. I guarantee you now she's gonna come up and with this grand old, okay, they might have done this, but let me tell you this.
Look
I
at
can
me.
almost guarantee it.
Yeah.
I'm not a supporter of her. Her attitude sucks.
Yeah.
Okay? Go cook your daughter a meal. Get off of YouTube. Go cook your daughter a meal and stop talking about other people's men.
But
Girl, sit
look,
down
let me
somewhere. I
I
feel
don't
no
want to get off the
sympathy.
subject, but look, let me ask you. Didn't she just say something, give Be Love Life a shout out and ordered her sauce? Did she do that?
And ordered her what?
The Be Love Life sauce, that seafood sauce that Be Love Life on YouTube. She's very
Yes, she
successful.
did.
But
Yes,
but
she
she did but
did.
she doesn't cook. So that's how you know it's fake. She doesn't even cook. Why would you
I,
order this lady's sauce to get this lady to come over here, use her clout, and you don't even cook? I don't want to get off the topic, you all, but I'm just saying these are some of the antics that Fyebabe does pull. You know, like I said, we come up here on our channels, all of us, and we talk about her actions
mhm.
all the damn time. Okay, this is
Be a mother. That's my
so we're
suggestion
not
to
negating
Fyebabe
her
is to
horrible
be a mother.
actions. We know she's a horrible person for real. We do know that. But yes, and she should be a mother.
She should, but one last thing. Do you really believe that if this happened, if BS Pop, you, or anyone else, do you really believe that Sabe would feel sympathy for you or
No.
any? Do you?
No,
And I
I know
don't know
she
what the
won't.
chat is saying. Everyone in that chat, she would never feel sympathy for
No.
any one of us.
Right.
When I used to look at her, remember when she used to come, I don't know if you, Miss Nicole, she used to come on in the morning, early
Right.
in the morning. Okay, she was messy, but she wasn't this messy. This has gone to another. You get a little bit of money, you scam people a little bit, you get a little.
Your phone
Never
co-
seen
you
the real.
no, it's going
If
in and out, but okay, it's back
oh,
now.
I apologize. If you have to also look at this. Some people, when they grow up with nothing, this is how they act. She grew up with nothing. A lot
Right.
of us did,
I
but I
grew up
don't
with
feel any
nothing. I don't
sympathy
act
for
like
her.
that.
I feel exactly. I feel no sympathy for her. I get up and go to work every day. I'm not on YouTube. I don't have a channel. I don't do any of this, and I don't act like that in my real life.
Right.
Other than YouTube, I can guarantee you she's not known for anything.
No.
Other than I could say a couple other things, but in real life, this is her life.
Yeah.
She has worshipers.
I was really
Oh,
sad. I was
the
really
queen.
sad because I feel like it's so many missed opportunities to make people really like her.
Mhm.
And all she
Mhm.
did, in
It
my
is.
opinion, was make people dislike you even more.
Oh, I'm one of
You
them.
know,
I'm one
yeah,
of them.
that's how I
I,
feel.
I, I had to unsubscribe. But thank you. I'm not going to hold you up.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
and
much for
hello. And
calling.
everybody have a great day.
You too. All right, bye bye.
All right. Bye bye.
Yeah, I just feel like it's just a lot of missed opportunities to make somebody really like you. But she's so pretentious. That's what really gets me. She's just so pretentious. When people like myself, we use that third eye, and my hearts and roses, shout out to all of you all, when we can see right through it, okay? I don't know if it's the God in us, the spirituality, our ancestors and our guardian angels who watches over us and keep us from falling into pits of hell and potholes and things that keep us grounded. But we can see through these things. And it's like, and sometimes when I'm like, I can just listen to a person talk and I can go, oh, that's a lie. Have you all ever watched somebody just talk and they look like everything they're saying is true, and they keep in focus with their eyes, they're using expression, and it just take me 5 seconds. I said that person had told about 10 lies. I said they lied. And it's like, it is so annoying sometimes when you see others people believing. It's like, no, they lied to y'all. Y'all want me to break down the lies? Like, none of that makes sense. But sometimes you have to be, you really have to be what is the word? In tune with your surroundings, in tune to what people say. You do have to look at their actions, and we do have YouTube so that you can go back and see, no, that don't match up with this. you know. So thankfully we do have YouTube to show us the errors in the ways of Miss Fyebabe. Okay. Now we didn't want to get off topic, and we're not. If anybody want, we could take a couple of more phone calls. If anybody want to still call in, we're talking about Fyebabe. Her brother was exposed by a VS, and then I think Brianna Simone also did a piece on him as well. And I when I brought the my points basically was, what has been done to our people since we've been here, and she's definitely a product of her environment, and it's exuding out of her daily. But she's so pretentious that she acts like no one can see it, and we can see it. So that's what the whole ball game is for me. It's like we can see all of these things. Before it was uncovered, we all know it's a dark side. Something is there. You're not telling us. We know it's there. And unfortunately, she brought up butter and act like butter was gonna be the end all be all to really encourage the women of the sector. When his own small, little brother who's in prison rotting, I don't even know if anybody goes to visit this young man. The brother who looked up to Butter, who he said that Butter is the one he wanted to be like. But he is the one who's serving a life sentence. He's a good looking young man. And Butter, he comes on camera supposed to be married and is God-fearing gentleman. And he comes on camera, Butter here. Butter want to have SEX with women who have two or three children. They have the best, sex. He's talking like that, like everything she's saying is always conflicting wrong statements. And like the young lady called in and said, the saddest part is that young lady, because her mind is being shaped. Little princess, just because you grew up in that environment don't mean that you have to be that environment. So if you grew up in that environment and you have a little girl, then you definitely want to show her something different, and she is, in my opinion, capable of showing her something different. So we also talked about, well, I did a couple of weeks ago, about her living in that one bedroom apartment or project. And, she's saying it's a condo. She does have these delusions of grandeur. She does. And the little girl, she had, Becky was fighting, and you can hear it on camera. Like, how? Now, my daughter has her own home, you all know. Did y'all hear my daughter calling me? Y'all didn't hear my daughter calling me. My daughter telling me she's going out and coming back. She didn't went out, she's going her way back now. Y'all ain't hear that. This girl is in a damn apartment. You can hear Becky, just like Becky is right beside her, getting beat up. Like, why have your daughter exposed to, I don't want to talk about the daughter, but why have your child exposed to that? If you know that there's people in your apartment building fighting and asking for help, and all you're doing is just sitting there online laughing at it and promoting domestic abuse, and you, how do you know that did not affect your child? So these are things that I would think about. Like I said, I would leave. I wouldn't be in an apartment like that. I just would not, but that's just me. So okay, maybe we're gonna take one or two more phone calls. Anybody else want to call in? 804-528-7766. And I just wanted to share some light on this and how I was feeling. A lot of people called in. We had some people, they said no, we don't feel sympathy. And that's because of her actions, what she has shown us. Her actions don't warrant anybody to feel sorry for her, to be honest. So just because you are a supporter, this is tipsy lover. Just because you are a supporter doesn't mean that you are like that person. I'm educated, a good wife, and a good mother. Okay. Um, hmm. I mean, sometimes, I understand what you're saying, young person out there. Um, and you do see things like Fyebabe as being entertaining, but they also can be a learning lesson. Is I don't want to be like that though. You can take it that way. No, I mean, I'm only watching for entertainment, the train wreck, but I don't want to be on the train, and I don't want to be like that damn train. Okay. So maybe you're watching it to say, I don't want to be like that. Maybe it could be used. Me, I turn everything into an educational moment. I just do. Hey, that's just how I learn. And my time here on earth is not, like I said, it's not gonna be a waste. Okay, you learn. There's learning in everything in this damn life. Okay, so you watch that train wreck of Fyebabe, or you watch that train wreck of Jay Wilson. I said it. And you watch that train wreck of a VS and say, I know not to do that. I know not to be like that. So you learn. There's learning situations in all things. She said lies and entertaining. Saying lies are yeah, lies can be entertaining. But your lie. Okay, this is the thing. If you're gonna come up here and lie, it has to be continuous. You cannot switch the lie. The lie has to make sense. I don't know if that make any sense. The lie has to make sense. You can't come up here lying daily and none of your lies match your past lies. The only thing entertaining to me is when they try to deflect and get out of it. That's what I find entertaining, just like Jay Wilson. When Jay Wilson was on VS in the program, and when he was lying and trying to deflect, I just love watching it. I was like, let me see how he get out of this. See, that was entertaining to me. But hearing him lie is not very entertaining. But watching him try to get out of it, now that's entertaining as hell to me. There is nothing funny about Fyebabe. You gotta get out more love. No, she's not very entertaining. The entertaining to me, if you watch her and you just let go, she's just a train wreck. To me, in my opinion. The lies will be exposed. Oh my God. Oh Lordy. Okay, y'all, let's get up to 150 likes and then we can leave. You have to stay consistent with your lies. Yes. You gotta stay consistent. Cause once you're not consistent, that means wavering. Like the people perception of you is not gonna be 100%. That you don't want. Just like I was saying I shouldn't even bring up that. That ain't got nothing to do with this. Okay. I'm not gonna say that. But anyway, you wanna, if you're gonna tell a lie, stay in your daggone SHIT. Sent the incarcerated brother though. Yeah, that's sad. She's never even talked about her brother being incarcerated that I know of. You got a brother and a sister on there. Like I said, could have been a teachable moment on her platform, and she didn't even talk about it. They had that debate team thing. It was in the news. It was on the news, the Channel 9 news. Like, why wouldn't you want to talk about that? So it's weird to me. It's gonna get out. And she know the way her and VS been going back and forth for an entire year, over a year. So she should have known it was going to come out. So she should have brought it herself. She was able to present it in a way that her people might believe. See, but she didn't do that. Now she got to come out. James Caldwell, let me see. Did he roast her a little bit last night? I don't know if he might have threw some shots at her, but this story is bigger than James Caldwell. So, okay. Rita and FB are the worst content creators on YouTube. She says she has a brother. She did say she have a brother in prison. Okay. Well, I never heard her talk about a brother in prison. I was surprised when I heard about it this morning. I was in shock. I was like, until they said Simmons. And when they said Simmons, I said, oh, Lord. You love to be. I won't speak on her brother because I know people. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, y'all. Well, I'm going to get ready to go. I'm glad I got to talk to y'all before it got dark. Lord, Rita going to vacation? Oh, yeah. One more point. She did, VS did talk about Ask April in her video this morning. And she said that she did hear in the streets that something is going to happen to Ask April. But and Ask April asked her, well, what do you think is going to happen? Trying to get the dirt, trying to get the tea. But VS said that it may be something like, people are drinking and they might get unruly. And before you know it, poppity pop, pop, pop. Because that can happen. Just like I just brought out the fact that they just had 13 people got shot last weekend. They were all having a birthday party. Something happened. So, I mean, it's not far-fetched that you can go to a vacation with 100 people that you don't know from all walks of life, and something can happen, especially if weed, street drugs, alcohol is involved. So, you don't never know what can happen and that is how she's promoting her vacation. It's not like you're gonna have like this great time and it's far as therapeutic, you're getting your rest, you're creating memories. It's more like we're gonna party. So that, in my opinion, that's how it's being promoted. Now I'm sure they're talking about bus trips and all this weird stuff, but I'm not gonna think that I'm going to a vacation to see the eat of, what is it, the Eats of Chicago or whatever it's called, go on some bus tour, if all of you shown me on your platform is you like to party and you like to drink alcohol and y'all like to do these things. So of course I'm not thinking I'm going to some vacation to look at some damn Chicago. I'm going, probably, if I was to go, I don't do none of that stuff for real, but I would think that people want to go to turn up. So I don't care what she's saying, all of this stuff. You're going to go on a bus tour. I don't care about that. Y'all main goal is to go and get effed up. Okay, and I mean like smoking weed, drug, turn up. Y'all going to get turned up. So, oh well. All right, y'all. I'm going to head out. My name is Miss Nicole Tyler, a.k.a. Sexy Clean the Ruler. My daughter bought me the little earphones for Christmas that, the wireless ones. That's what she bought me for Christmas. I was talking about the earphones. I wasn't even really thinking about it. So she was like, no, I got you something for Christmas. You got to come get it. So I'm going to go and talk to her, see how she's doing. And I will be back with you all. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow. And I will come to y'all see y'all on the next video. All right, y'all have a blessed Saturday. Until I see you all next time. My name is Miss Nicole Tyler, aka The Ruler, out of the building. Okay. Mwah. Mwah.